All right, well, we are back at the Hotel Maria Luigi in beautiful downtown Parma, Italy. We just got back from the award ceremony at the 29th Annual World Pizza Championships, where our own Lars Smith took Best in America for his pizza and pala. We assume. We don't know the scores yet. They didn't have them posted, but we're assuming. Anyway, Lars, honestly, in your opinion, which pie do you think that you actually won with?
My guess is the pizza and pala. It could have been the Classica. It was not the Teglia. But I was so unexpected, man.
Yeah.
I did not think I was going to get up there for that at all. There's like really incredible pizza makers. Our team, the World Pizza Champions team, there was like really incredible American pizza makers there this year, and that it was just I'm blown away.
Well, assuming it is the pan or the peel pizza, what do you think maybe put you over the top in the American category?
Well, I think all the pizzas this year, I really tried to keep it simple. I really didn't do more than 3 toppings, maybe a finisher. Two of my pizzas were completely vegetarian this year. I didn't throw a bunch of meat on it or anything else. And I tried to, like, not necessarily do what the judge would want here, but stuff that I want to eat at home. And I don't do a lot of meat on pizzas for me, and really fresh, seasonal. I didn't come with a lot of ideas. I came with, like, there were some topping combinations that I knew I was interested in. Mm-hmm. And the first day I didn't buy anything, but I went and looked at all the produce shops and looked in the grocery stores to try to figure out what I could and couldn't get, and then slept on it for a night before I bought anything or really like made a firm plan. I think that helped.
You recommend that to people coming over here with maybe just a skeleton and fill in the meat parts as far as like what they want to do, or coming here with a full plan of what they're going to be making?
Most of the advice I give for people inside pizza and outside pizzas, don't do what I do. No, I wouldn't recommend that. But I've been, in 2019, I had a little bit firmer plans there with not knowing exactly what I could get, but had some ideas. And I was pretty sure, like, I basically had like 2 or 3 options, having talked to you and Leah and some other people that Dave and Lamarca who had been here before. So I like knew some stuff I could get and couldn't get and had a plan. And this time I was like, I'm not doing that. I had a list in my phone of like 60 different topping combinations and things that I was interested, that I've been kind of looking at over the last 2.5 years where we've been pretty bored at home. And so I was really committed to trying to find the best produce, the best things I could find that were available to me in Parma, and using them. I think I did that.
So you basically took what was taught for Roman and maybe just applied it across the board in general in your thinking for recipe creation and dough creation?
Absolutely. And kind of like not just thinking about the topping combinations and how they go together and how you cut the vegetables and doing that kind of stuff, but also like where you place it, how long it bakes. What is, like, if you put cheese below a bunch of toppings, what does it look like? If you put the cheese on top of a bunch of toppings, are they bright white? Like kind of that next level thinking about the presentation of it.
Do you recommend that for, say, future U.S. Pizza team members or any kind of U.S. competitor at all?
Yes. The answer is yes. I think flavor is really important, and we concentrate a lot on flavor in the United States and wild topping combinations and, the salt, fat, acid. But like, as much as that matters, and it does very much matter, the way you cut the vegetables, is the cheese the right size for your bake time and for the pizza? Are the vegetables thin enough to cook in the amount of time that you want? Is it all correct for the style? I think is really important. And that's not talked about very much in America. I think is it Mark Vetri and Dan Richer's books talk about that quite a bit, and a lot of Italian pizza makers I've met. Oh, the zucchini's too thick for that pizza, or the eggplant should be thinner for this style. And like, we don't have those conversations that much in America. The vegetables are the vegetables, the meat's the meat, you throw it on, And it's really opened my mind to thinking about how to like honor the produce or the meat and put it on the way that's going to be best for what you're trying to do.
Yeah, in some areas in the States, it's kind of the opposite. Is how much can you get on there without it breaking the table? So any first-time competitors coming over, any other competitors, maybe can you give one tip for a first-timer or somebody who's been struggling, been several times? What's the best tip you can give them to increase their pizza game?
Keep it simple. Really. Do something that you can achieve in the allotted amount of time. I was able to, so like in the Classica, I finished in 7.5 minutes and I had 12. The Teglia and Paula, I went to pretty much the end, but that included, like in the Pala, a 3-minute rest at the end to let it crisp up, and that was the same with the Teglia as I pulled it out halfway through, and I wasn't stoked on that pizza, but I had enough time to rest it for 3.5 minutes before crisping it, putting it back in, and then I let it sit for another 2 minutes. So there's 5 minutes of time in my 30 minutes that was literally letting the pizza rest and dry out and try to get crispy. So do something you can achieve during the time. Douai is a little different, but for the individual ones, don't bite off more than you could chew.
Especially that first year.
I mean, all the years is that you have time to correct. If you're sitting there and trying to do like everything on there, and can I do it? If you're thinking, can I do this in 12 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes? Don't do that pizza.
Right.
You know,
you have to ask.
don't do it. You know.
Well, Lars, congratulations again on the Best in America at the World Pizza Championships 2022, the 29th Annual World Pizza Championships. We are going to try to get some rest, do a little celebrating, but we are already starting our planning and thinking for 2023. You got any special ideas? Want to tell the world maybe a little bit of hype up here? Smack talk?
No hype talk. No, I'm going to come back. I'm going to try to do the same thing, and I want to give a big shout out to Galbani Cheese.
Absolutely.
This trip wouldn't have happened for me without them.
Absolutely, and we do want to thank Galbani Cheese, the Platinum U.S. Pizza Team sponsor, for all they do for the industry and our team members, either with product or just support in the industry itself. So thank you very much for all you do for the U.S. Pizza Team Galbani Professionale U.S. Brian Hernandez, Lars Smith, Parma, Italy, World Pizza Championships. We'll see you guys in 2023.